Happy Thanksgiving, folks. You saw the title, Johnny Cash, Thanksgiving Prayer. I've probably heard it. I don't remember it offhand. Renee Mooberry made a last-second gift for me to do this. And she's like, Don, I hope you could squeeze this in today. And as it turns out, I have about an hour and a half before I'm leaving to go have dinner at my younger sister's place. So I'm like, I can knock it out. So anyhow, Renee, thank you for the gift and the request. And everybody, I hope things are going well at your home. And I know there are absurdities within our own family. Sometimes we are the absurdity, but that's family. All right, guys. Johnny Cash's Thanksgiving Prayer. I'm guessing knowing Johnny, and Johnny used to be, I guess you could say, an evangelical. He was raised in that culture, in that atmosphere, in that tradition, if you will. And so he had been very religious early in his life, and he didn't lose that proclivity later. He just, adapted, let's say that. So this Thanksgiving prayer is going to be from a deep reservoir.
Thanksgiving is the day that we're reminded to be thankful for the things that we've got.
Yeah.
Though it may seem like little sometimes, we've always got something to be thankful for. I'd like to tell you a story about a man that I think has a lot to be thankful for.
I haven't seen this.
On Thanksgiving Day, a family sat down to have their meal. There was very little on the table, a few things from the field. No turkey, fancy dressing, some bread and a little beans. For the crops had been a failure, and the times were pretty lean. The father bowed his head. It was their habit to say grace, and a calmness came over his lined and wrinkled face. Dear Lord, he said, we thank you, for the sun was warm today. And we thank you for the singing of the birds and the laughing of the children as they played. And thank you for that neighbor of mine that fixed my plow. And thank you for that old plow horse. We sure could use a cow. Thank you for the muscle. I can stand the ache. Just let me have your blessing on all I undertake. And I thank you for this country, too. We've troubles now and pain, but with your help, Lord, we'll get back to where the road is smooth again. And thanks for all the love we've got and the strength to work my land. But there's nothing, Lord, that I can't do if you lend a helping hand.
He's got hope.
Thank you for my good wife, Lord, and the children that I've got. They love me for the things that I am, and they forget the things I'm not.
Yeah.
And if somebody's down and out, Lord, and they're praying you would heed, just send them over to see me, Lord. I got more than I need.
Oh, yeah. Humility is such a beautiful thing. And whether you're religious or not, and I'm agnostic, but it's hard getting through this world. One, we're going to die one day. And once we become aware of that, we suffer along life's path, loss of pets, grandparents, relatives, friends, illnesses of our own, and challenges, and lost friendships, and lost loves, and aches and pains, like he talked about in here from farming. He's like, I thank you for my muscles, but I can handle the aches. It's a wearisome world in which we must make the most of it. And we all have our ways in which not only we cope, but things that make sense to us. And the humility engendered by a prayerful life is very real. And whether you believe in the deity that other people pray to or not, What I can't brook this distance where people who are hardcore atheists are like, there is no God, you're ridiculous. It's like, well, one, that's an arrogant position to take. You don't know that. The unfortunate part of the package of being human is you've got to die to find out if you were right, if your faith was right, what version of it could have been better. I generally believe in kindness, generosity, thoughtfulness toward others, and trying to be a better version of myself. But I'm always thankful that there's hope for a better day when things are going poorly. And that's what I was hearing in Johnny's prayer, Renee and others, that when things are going tough, that we do live in, for me, I live in the United States. I'm here in New Jersey, and I've been here my whole life. And you got folks like Terry Wood and Dwayne Vladika and Dan Gertson up there in Canada. And, countries that are, more democratic, if you will. And, there's individual rights. And we have hope for better times. And I love in this thing who and what that prayer was depicting. You can always look at nature and be thankful. And you don't want to turn a blind eye to the difficulties you're experiencing, because if you don't acknowledge the difficulties, you won't address them. So you have to acknowledge them. It's like, if you're going to clean your house, you've got to see the dirt and then you go after it. Same thing in life. When things aren't working well, then you go after what's not working well. And like he said in this song, if you have faith, if you believe in God, then like he said, that, with your blessing, God, I'll be able to get it done. And that's a motivation for people. That is a strengthening force for a lot of folks, keeps them going. And anybody who disparages that, I don't know. I just think people need to readjust their thinking on that part. If somebody's in your face and obnoxious and saying, you must believe this or you're going to hell, that's a different story. But somebody like this is absolutely beautiful. Just being thankful. It really is a beautiful thing to stop, take a look around, and be thankful. So I'm thankful for you folks. I'm thankful for the channel. I'm thankful for a lot of things. And I'm thankful for how I've gotten to know a number of you. And I'm just honored. You hear me use the word humbled. I'm humbled at how beautiful and wonderful some of you folks are and what you represent to me, even though I've not met you guys, straightforward. So, all right, guys, have a happy Thanksgiving. That's from Renee Mooberry in Vegas, and Louisiana girl. I hope it's a good one for you guys. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you on another video and keep rocking the country.
Dear Lord, he said, we thank you, for the sun was warm today.